Hi friends, it is Leslie in the Cozy Yellow Cottage and welcome back. So today's video is going to be something a little different. We are doing a paint with me and we're going to paint these adorable little birds on this fence post. It is perfect for spring. So as you guys know, I am a self-proclaimed amateur painter. I am not a professional. I did not take art. I just wing it. So heads up. This is an easy painting, and I will have the colors in the beginning of the video. And I will say that when I was grabbing colors, I wasn't grabbing any color in particular. So you don't have to have the exact color. In fact, you could use any colors that you want. So I apologize for some of the sound quality. There are moments where I have to speed the video up and mute it, and I have the same track playing over and over and over. So sorry about the Mozart. It was the longest free song that I could find, and I had to do a few voiceovers because there was a lot of barking activity happening. So I hope that you enjoy this and have fun, and if you do finish this painting, please share it with me because I really would love to see it. So grab your paintbrushes and something to paint on, and let's get started. Okay, in case I have to speed this video up, these are the colors I used. The black and the brown I mixed together a lot for the fence posts, added some white for that, the greens for the grasses, and red to make pink for the pink in the flowers, and some blue for the sky, and a little mixture of the yellows for the flowers, and then blue mixed with black for the bird. And then some of the brushes, the liner brush that came in very handy, and the small detail brush. And then this brush I used to make petals for the flowers. This one was for the fence post. Oh, and this one I used for the background. Could have used a bigger one. And then, oh, I didn't use that one. I used that for the birds maybe. And then this one I used for flicking. This is the best way I could angle the camera. It is literally right in front of me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it like this, but we will see. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is just paint some background colors on. And I'm going to start with a really light blue and work my way down. So let's see. Got this here. And I brought a few blues. What color is this one? This is a turquoise. We'll add a little bit of this and then some white. Whoa. These paints are a little old, so there's no telling what I'm going to get. This is a white. This is a matte paint. I don't really care, as long as it's white. And then I'm going to add in a little yellow. Oh, just a tiny bit. All right, so let's mix. I get the big brush I have here, and I'm just going to start mixing a little bit of this. You can see I wet my brush down so that the paint is a lot thinner. I'm going to add some more water. And this is just water-based acrylic paint, very easy to work with. Should have grabbed a bigger brush too. I'm going to add some more white. Don't forget, I'm working with this tripod right in front of me. I might be really loud at times. You see I'm going the same direction back and forth. Alright, and I'm going to lighten up around the edges here with some white. So let's just kind of go this way. Just trying to blend them in. I'll give a little color up here. Alright, and now let's dip into the yellow. I'm going to be careful to get the blue off because I don't want it to be green. So I'm just going to use a teeny tiny bit of yellow. Just enough. Actually, this is probably plenty. Let's see. Yeah. I don't have to blend right here. I think I'm just going to fill this in with like a dark green, a muted green, maybe something like this, watered down. Let's try it. So I just put some on. And this doesn't have to be pretty here because it's going to be all covered up. See what I'm doing here? I'm just kind of... Okay, I think my post is going to be about here. So, and this was going like downhill a little bit. Oops. And that was up here. Maybe it's got a little lean to it. I don't know. That goes way up, doesn't it? Yeah. Maybe like that. So for the post, I'm just going to go ahead and paint it in before I do the wire. I have some brown, black. I'm going to add those with the white. And I mean, the colors are muted on here because of my printer. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to mimic the color the best I can. Kind of mix a little black in there just to darken it up a little bit. Let's see if this works. Oh, I have no place to put my arm. All right. That's a little dark. But okay, I can't move. Let me stand up. Maybe this will help. I'm gonna add some more brown just to lighten it up. Okay, that's better. I'm standing here. And we're going to go the same way, up and down. See how I added a little bit of white there? Alright, let me see. All right, I need to get around that edge. Let me get a smaller brush. I didn't bring many. All right, I'm gonna try this one. It's got a square edge. And we'll go, is it dry? Yeah, that's dry. How's that? I think this might work. All right, I'm gonna let this dry for a bit. And let's see. While it's drying, I think I might start making some green grass. So I'm using the same brush because I like that flat edge. And I'm gonna use the same green, that same dark green. I think this was called English Ivy. But I'm not gonna mix it or water it down. And I'm just basically going to do that. Okay. So let's go back and fill in some of this. Let's get this looking pretty. So on the right side here is where most of the highlight is. So that must be where the sun is reflecting. So I'm going to keep that side lighter, and then I'm going to keep the left side darker. So we're going to go with a little bit of brown and white. And I'm just going to kind of do the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's streaky because it's wood. And this is washed by the sun. And I'll come back and fix this top here. A few more little dark streaks here. All right, now I'm going for the fancy long brush. We're gonna see if this will help add some detail. I'm gonna start with some black. I'm watering it down just a bit because when the paint is watered down, it does just flow so much better. Okay. I'm just gonna add some more streaks. because this is old wood. It's got a lot of cracks. And if you press, you can see how you can make the paint spread a little bit to make the cracks bigger. I'll do that again. Ready? We'll go up here and press, lift, press, lift. All right, now I'm going to switch to a brown. And then I'm going to go for the white. Try to fix up anything that I messed up. Again, I'm kind of watering it down. Okay. Whoops, that's a lot. This is still a little bit damp, and I'm just going to take this dry brush and scrape along where some of the white is. So I'm doing here, I'm kind of like blending it in just a little bit without adding additional paint. And then I can scrape it wherever I feel like I need some more, because I already have that white one there. Probably not dry enough, but it should work. You can tone down anything that you feel you messed up on. I'm going to use the same palette. I have white left. I have some more of that green I can water down. And I have this light green shade. What is this? Oh, this is actually a lime green. But you know what? It'll work. Okay, so I have the lighter green here. And I'm going to go ahead and use that long, what is this brush called? Detail brush. I don't remember what it's called. It may be called a fine liner. Fine liner, I think that's it. Alright, I'm going to wet this paint down a little bit. And can you see? Yeah, you can see. And I'm going to mix some with white. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and fill in some more little pretty grass. See? Whoops. Do this side real quick. And if you overlap your wood, that is fine, because now it's all finished. So you want to have some grass in front, which makes sense. Right. thing I'm going to do is the same thing, but I'm just using white. Alright, I got a new palette, and I have a little bit of red and some white, and I'm going to mix those up. I'm just going to use a teeny tiny bit of red. So we want very, very light pink. And I think that might work. So I'm just going to dab some pink in here. I'm just going to add some pinks like that. Okay. All right, if we have the pink in there, we're going to do the same thing with just white. I'm going to dab the white just like we did the pink. And in random areas. Some brighter, some darker. Alright, these daisies, so I have regular yellow, or well, not regular yellow, but yellow light, and then I also have this antique gold, and I feel like it should be a color in between these, so I'm just going to go ahead and mix these together a little bit. Paint off of there. So I'm going to practice on here with this, the tip of this brush. I feel like this might be too big. Oh no, that might work. Can you see how I'm doing those? Pretty simple, right? And then I can make them smaller. All right, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna use this brush. And I'm just putting paint on, and then I'm gonna try to take off some, and I'm just gonna use the tip. And let's see, I'm gonna do one going sideways. I'm just pressing it down to make petals. And I'll come back and add the center. So I keep doing it, just pressing it down. There we go. I'm going to add a little white. And whoops, got a little pink in there too. That's okay. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just dotting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to keep going. Do I have that? Oh yeah, I do. I have brown right here. I'm just going to use that. And I'm going to just take the bottom of my paintbrush and dip it. And you can see from a little dot and dot, dot. So now what I think I'm going to do is actually come back in with some speckles of color. So I have this brush. Now I'm risking it because I don't want it to go up here. So I think what I'm going to do is just lay this paper here. And we'll lay it right here. And then I'm also going to cover that. Let's see if you can see this. There it is. Okay. There. Whoops, did I just smear that? Probably. I'm sure I did. And I think I'm going to take a little pink, but with more red in it. And let's see. I'm going to wet my brush. Then I'm going to rub into this red here. I'm mixing it with a little white. And then I'm going to wipe it off almost completely off of the brush. I'm going to flick. Alright, so you can't really see that too well, right? So we're going to do it again. But this time, I think I'm going to use a little bit more white. Here it is. Ready? Okay, it's flicking. See that? How about some blue? Whoops, that's okay. All right, ready? Let's see what we did. Okay. So I just kind of gave it a little bit of color in there. Do you see the little specks? And if you want more in areas that we covered, you can just dab it very gently. Just makes it easy when you can flick it, and it's more fun. Alright, so this, it's got like a little wire going around here, and another kind of goes that way, and then this one goes over here. It's not perfect. And then there's another one down here, and this one goes through here. I'm afraid to smear this paint, so I'm just gonna, there we go. I've got the idea. So for this one, I'm going to use the brown and black mixed together again, but I'm gonna, hopefully it's not too hard now. There we go. Okay. I'm using that liner brush again. I'm gonna try to make like a rust color, I think. Or not. Alright. I'm wetting it. I want it to be really thin. And I want it to flow super easy. Let's see. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with my outline. Whoops. And then I'll come back and make all the little groups and stuff. And I'm just gonna like dab just to rough it up, because it is barbed wire, right? Poor little birds. I'm just sitting on that. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. The paint's getting really thick. Whoops. Maybe, oh, I can do it like that. Like a little line here, little line there. Little line here. There we go. Whoops. I mean, I guess it would have been easier if I just zigzagged through the thing, but I'm afraid that the lines will be too big. You can try. Like that. Yeah, I don't want that. Oh, you hear that? I have the door open. It's like 60 degrees out right now, and I hear a wren. We call them pretty birds because it sounds like they're saying, pretty bird, pretty bird, pretty bird. Hear it? Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Alright, let's see here. I feel like I'm giving this way too much attention. So, we're just gonna like fill it in. Probably would have been fine left alone, but I can't do that. So maybe this will work. And now we have to do it again. Keeping the scale of that bird. Let's try it. So he is looking up. Oh. His little belly. And his head is going this way. Right? I'm not a drawer. And then his, wait a minute, this is his little side wing. And then his little side there. And then his tail. What do you think? Alright, I think we can work with it. And I'm going to go ahead and use a tiny brush like this one. And first thing I'm going to do, I think, is just, I'm going to paint the white. So actually, yeah, I'm going to paint the belly white and a little area around here. And then white belly. Right. Whoops. I can't wait to sit outside and do this. Even though it is pretty nice today, it's still not quite nice enough. And I will have to clean all of the squirrel's peanut shells off of the table. We'll try this one. I might have to cut it. All right, so now there's black around the head. Now I already have black here. I forgot to wet my brush. Okay, I'm just putting a little bit of paint on for now because I don't know how this brush is gonna be. So I'm gonna try to line a little head here. Next, I mix some of the blue with black to make a darker blue. And then that's what I use to fill in the rest of his wings and tail. It's turning out really cute. So I had to do a voiceover for this part because the kitchen was loud and the dogs were barking and it was a little bit too hectic. So I would like to have done a voiceover for this entire video, but at 48 minutes, that's a lot of work. So our little birds are turning out really cute. I finished by adding a little legs with black and of course little feet. So here it is, all finished. I'm going to go back and paint around the edge of the frame. And also, do not forget to sign your work. That's the most important part of the painting.